Mario, Minecraft. Wow! This will be interesting. Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, I'll be reacting to one of the videos from the YouTube channel, The Game Theorist. I'm a huge fan of their work and hope that you will like this video as well. This video came out year 2019, so I think it's around 2 years ago, yeah, 2 years ago. So anyways, let's start.
Dear every game company on planet Earth.
Dear every game company on planet Earth. Hi!
Today, we're doing a video that is hands down the most fun, most ambitious, and most like, OMG, this is way too much material to cover in one video and promise tomorrow topic I've ever tried to do. The question is simple enough. Who is the richest video game character of all time? And no, I don't mean rich as in the most well-rounded, fully conceived character.
A character possessing extraordinary depth, complexity, and realism.
Clearly, that's Barbie from Barbie's Horse Adventures Wild Horse Rescue. I'm talking rich as in dollars, bucks, cash, crowns, coins, gold, gil, rupees, rings, and in almost every other case, credits for some reason. So, place your bets now in your preferred fictional denomination because it's time for Lifestyles of the Rich and Polygonal.
Oh. Lifestyle of the rich and the polygonal. Games are games.
The list of characters I generated for this video is massive. I reached out and got great suggestions from my Discord server and my Twitter followers to help fill out the ranks because as soon as I started building my own list, it seemed inevitable that I'd forget somebody super obvious and then everyone would unsubscribe. My credibility as someone who does video game math you watch on your phone while you poop would go, well, in the toilet, I'd get addicted to Tide Pods and end up dying in a laundromat gutter alone and thoroughly ratioed, and nobody would come to my funeral because I'm going to be cremated in a time machine with the dial set to random.
What? Let's keep this positive, alright? Let's keep this positive, keep it wholesome and family friendly. Thank you. Thanks so much.
My original list, as it sits, is 50 characters long, and calculating the net worth of each one at the absolute fastest rate I could math took me at least 40 minutes, whereas some took me over 5 hours. So, before we get into the meat of the episode and start running down the first entries, I have to tell you about my methodology and my limitations.
My methodology and my limitations. Understandable after all, we are just humans. Yeah.
First, there are a lot of factors at play here, and making these comparisons as fair as possible is vital. So while we may include generic game protagonists like Railroad Tycoon, The Courier, and Adam Jensen, we wanted to avoid crediting any of the get-rich-quick schemes that you may find online. Another issue is that from an in-world perspective, our time spent playing and our in-game time don't always match. Almost every single game with a day-night cycle has what's called a time scale, which is basically how many times faster than our real world does the game world go. Fallout and Skyrim have a time scale of 20, The Witcher has one of 15, Breath of the Wild is 60.
Oh my god! 1 to 20, 1 to 15, 1 to 60. Wow.
And Destiny's is turned off for some reason. So for our purposes, we'll be dividing all time spent playing in our real world by the time scale in order to get a more accurate picture of a character's wealth return. Their liquid assets, as it were, especially in the case of Mario Sunshine. In addition, we're gonna be limiting the number of hours any character can work in a day because nobody works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The Pew analysis of the Labor Department estimates that the average American employee works 38.7 hours a week, 46.8 weeks a year, with an average of 1,811.16 hours per year.
Wow, that's a lot of hours.
Of working hours. We'll be multiplying this by 50 to get a 50-year career total for all player characters. Again, it doesn't matter how long we work our characters as long as it is consistent. We can't have Scrooge McDuck with his average waterfowl lifespan of 5 to 10 years go up against, let's say, a near immortal Dracula from the Castlevania series. Although that does give me a good slash fic idea. Also,
average lifespan 31 sequels. Wow.
so we're gonna be ranking by 2019 United States dollars because, like, how else would you be doing it? USA! USA! We're #1 for a few more months! We'll be avoiding hacky exploits like stealing houses because of a bug, finding secret chests that shouldn't be available to players,
Wow.
and the good
all these are secret items.
old player.add-item F1 bajillion. In-game methods that are legitimate only.
No.
I also relied on a lot of different sources and
Yep, so it is no hacks.
other people's work to do these calculations, so keep an eye glued to the bottom of the screen for citations when needed. And the final, and I think arguably most important piece of the process to keep in mind here, is that we're going to be measuring in-world purchasing power as a pure mathematical value, not using a common commodity like gold or silver, measuring its mass and just saying, well, if you teleported that much gold to the United States and sold it, you'd be 1/18 of Jeff Bezos rich. Instead, we're gonna build a case for what the in-game currency would be worth in our world. The reason for this is simultaneously simple and complex, and it boils down to what currency is at its core. According to Thomas Greco in a book aptly named Money, what makes a currency a currency is that it fulfills 3 core functions. It's a medium of exchange, it's a unit of account, and it's a store of value.
A currency is a medium of exchange. A currency is a unit of account. A currency is a store of value. It can be a lot more, but these are 3 main points in which we can understand.
For these reasons, gold and sometimes silver became a popular early form of currency. Gold was relatively scarce, but still semi-plentiful. It's easy to melt, shape, and form into distinct amounts, and it doesn't corrode. So gold worked its way into our collective wallets early on because our primitive fires and kilns could melt it into ingots or bars or coins pretty easily. Side note, it's also an excellent conductor of electricity, which is why so many Renaissance noblemen protected their treasures by hooking them up to car batteries. Of elements with a similar scarcity, silver tarnishes, which reduces its usefulness, and platinum only melts at 1768 degrees Celsius, so unless you're from a pretty advanced civilization, no one's gonna be making any grilled platinum sandwiches anytime soon. Gold melts at a much cooler 1000-ish Celsius, making it much more attainable for ancient humans. For these reasons, according to chemist Sanat Kumar, if we were to rewind history and start everything over, gold would have, again, inevitably become our original first standardized currency material. Which means that, in theory, it should be the perfect thing to measure video game wealth by, if we can, right? No! No, 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 you idiot! Okay, okay, I'm sorry, please don't leave. I'll explain. The value of 1 kilogram of gold in the United States in 2019 does not accurately reflect the purchasing power of a crown in The Witcher or a credit in Mass Effect. Gold's only real purpose in human history was to serve as a physical symbol to facilitate trade and store value. It kept you from having to literally bring all of your goats to market if you wanted to trade for a cow. But
That's true, that's understandable. Because it's small, it's easy, and it just shows that I have the purchasing power to back up what I claim to want to have the exchange for.
gold in itself has no constant inherent value. There's no guarantee that gold is so important, rare, or prized among all video game worlds. In fact, one overpowered game protagonist hoarding all the game world's gold would effectively make it valueless because if it's just sitting in a giant vault, it's not circulating as a currency. In a more realistic economy, the NPCs would start trading with something else, and all of your endgame hoarding would have been for nothing, unless, of course, you are Scrooge McDuck, in which case, go on fun and enjoy diving into your vault of worthless gold and snapping your neck in the process. And comparing that highly concentrated hoard of gold to the value of gold in our world, where gold has become pretty evenly distributed over the centuries, seems like faulty logic, especially considering gold is no longer used as a currency anywhere. So, to compare all of these wildly different game worlds fairly, we have to find something that they all have in common. Not a shiny metal, but something with intrinsic value, a value that doesn't change radically based on things like stock markets or sex scandals. In short, as Hank Mendelsohn, a wholesale gold trader at Gold Standard Watches and Jewelry in New York City, put it, you can't live in it, you can't eat it. The point is, we're gonna be looking instead at the monetary value of the resources that matter the most to human beings. Food, water, shelter, mason jars with a pixie trapped in it against her will, whose soul you suck out if you get to 0 hearts. You know, things that keep us alive.
Oh, what? Did he just say? Let's just rewind back a bit first.
Point is, we're going to be looking instead at the monetary value of the resources that matter the most to human beings. Food, water, shelter.
Alright, here it goes.
Mason jars with a pixie trapped in it against her will, whose soul you suck out if you get to 0 hearts. You know, things that keep us alive. And things that keep you alive in post-apocalyptic wastelands. That's right, we're gonna start by debunking one of my favorite theories of Matt's right out the radioactive gate, the value of a bottle cap. Because no matter how many ghouls you sweet talk or robots you rob, the Fallout 4 protagonist is all the way at the bottom of our list. You could call them the poorest of the rich. I'm actually kind of just being a little cheeky because Matt did his video before Fallout 4 was even out, and Fallout New Vegas takes place across the country in an entirely different economy. An economy that actually does value gold, and where the value of bottle caps might arguably be higher. In fact, before the Brotherhood of Steel destroyed the New California Republic's gold reserves, their currency was fully gold-backed, so honestly, his method was pretty solid. That being said, I wanted to get the latest canon from a game that doesn't suck, and of course, I wanted to sow discord here at the channel because I am chaos incarnate! So, taking our cues from Fallout 4, we're gonna key in on the most important resource in the post-nuclear wasteland. Water. Let's compare the buying power of a bottle cap to the economy of another country with a poor supply of clean water. Uganda, a country where 40% of the population has to travel 30 minutes to get clean drinking water. An efficient cap farming setup in Fallout 4.
Note that this video came out in 2019, which is 3 years ago. There are some improvements, but still, there's a lot more improvements.
Can yield 3,000 caps per hour, times 4,527.9 hours, the character's total career hours, divided by a timescale of 20, yields a total fortune of 13,583,700 sticky used soda caps by the time our wastelander reaches retirement age. A bottle of water in Fallout costs 20 caps, and a bottle of water in Uganda costs 28 cents, making each cap equivalent to 1.4 cents, bringing our total lifelong earnings to a whopping $190,171.80, which is minuscule, but actually makes sense given that the economy of Fallout has been completely decimated by nuclear war. There's just less stuff out there, and a lot of it is poison. So that's your lot, Soul Survivor. Work hard your whole post-vault life and only make enough to buy a house in a mid-tier Chicago suburb. Next up the bat is Luigi, which, damn, another debunked game theory episode? Oh well, I helped research that one, so I guess it's more of a cell phone in that case. Luigi was tricky because now we have to figure out the value of coins. Not nickels or quarters, just coins, generally. My method of comparing this to something in-game with real-world value hits some major obstacles in this phase, because there's just not a lot of real-world analogs in the Mario franchises, especially ones that are close to the core canon. Have you priced fire flowers or invincibility stars lately? No, that's right, you haven't. In fact, not a ton of Mario games even let you buy stuff with coins. It's mostly just a points and one-ups machine, not a true currency of exchange. And while it would justly jingle my jollies to divide the average cost of a human life of 9.1 million by 100 coins in order to get a cost per coin value and literally tell you how many Mario coins your life is worth?
How many Mario coins your life is worth? Come on, don't do that. Everybody's life, we are all humans. Our life is just super important. Don't put the price there. Don't put the price there. Right.
Not not sure that's actually the best way to go about it. Naturally, I sought out an item shop. As you know, the Mario RPG spin-offs do have items you can buy, but it's still very hard to find something comparable to our real world because Mario is, and always has been, a vibrant cornucopia of nonsense.
AKA, it's just a game. Come on, don't think too hard.
But at long last, I found one item from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars that was both for purchase and existed in our world. You can't live in it, you can't eat it, and you can only drink it if you melt it down, but it's our best bet. Symbols. In this game, symbols are a weapon for the character Malo and have a set purchase price. By comparing that to the average cost of symbols on Amazon of a similar size, $70, I can finally get a decent estimate of the value of a coin in Mario World. Or Dinosaur Land, whatever.
Awesome.
In RPG, symbols cost 42 coins, making each coin worth about $1.66. This then revalues the max Gs you can get from loot in Luigi's Mansion to $47,463, since one coin there is worth 5,000 Gs. Revaluing our 2017 video's appraisal of Luigi's Mansion into 2019 dollars brings us from $986,575.13 to $1,011,140.85 and makes Luigi's total net worth a still pretty enviable $1,058,604.18.
Note that he might be thinking a bit too much given that it's all just a game, so yay, I guess.
Bam! Luigi could buy and sell the Soul Survivor's irradiated ass 5 times over. Someone just got stim-packed. You know, like a super... Okay, next is I'm sorry about that. Of course, Luigi's cool mill is dwarfed by his brother's net worth. If this list from Nintendo Soup is correct, and I'm a presume it is because I am not gonna count myself, there's a total of 10,071,473 coins in every single Mario game in our little plumber's 35-year career. If he collected them all, he'd be worth over $16,785,788.33. Ever the player too, Luigi.
Ouch. Ever the player too, Luigi.
Just be glad your name doesn't have a "wah" in front of it, or they wouldn't even let you in Smash. The Dovahkiin in Skyrim clocks in at a unbelievable $37.4 million, which we figured out by, believe it or not, valuing potatoes, which you can eat and drink if you're patient enough. The average potato is worth 1 coin in Skyrim and 55 cents in the US, respectively. The most efficient farming method yields 15,000 gold per real-world hour, and you gotta divide by a timescale 20, so we get a career of 4,527.9 real-world hours. We're using the term real-world loosely here. I have 82 hours on Skyrim, so by our standard, I've just begun my first week of a long, long career. If you were boring enough to waste that many hours of your life farming gold coins in Skyrim, you'd end up with 67.9 million septims, or $37.4 million, and 0 functional relationships. Next is a major upset with Steve or Alex, the protagonist from Minecraft, who you
Yay, Steve and Alex.
probably expected to be in the #1 spot, but remember, we're estimating purchasing power, not gold reserves. If we
Oh, I was wrong. Oh gosh, I am wrong. Goodness. Oh, I am wrong. I was wrong. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry.
If we were measuring purely by gold or even diamonds, they'd probably be way up there. But gold is not the main currency in Minecraft. Emeralds are. Emeralds are worth, on average, about 20 pieces of wheat. 2 wheat makes a batch of 8 cookies, which means they produce 42.6 grams of flour, 21 grams per piece, or 0.11% of the yield of a bushel of wheat, which costs $5.21 on the open market, making a unit of wheat worth about a penny. That puts an emerald's worth at about 11.6 cents. Using the most efficient emerald farming method of 300,000 per hour, that gives us a total fortune of 377 million emeralds, or $44 million. But the real tragedy of all of this for Steve and Alex is, for all their wealth, they still can't buy a round head. The Sims 4 protagonist is my absolute frickin' favorite of the bunch, because they make their money, no joke, by painting. You know, The classic archetype of the fabulously wealthy artist. In a method detailed by Purple Turtle Girl on YouTube, you're capable of making 2,265.8 simoleons per day selling your paintings. A bathtub in The Sims is 250 simoleons, and the same one in real life is 350 bucks.
Wow. I mean, wow. Oh, gosh.
Given a 50-year career, that's a grand total of 41.3 million simoleons, or $57.9 million. Now, if painting is too much work for you, don't worry. You can also, apparently, just be poor, move into a rich person's house, kick them out by force, and sell all their stuff. You won't be getting nearly as rich, but it's super, super easy and freaking hilarious. All right, how far are we? How many did we get through? Did we get through 25? What? We only got through 7? But I have a list of 50 characters, and I can't just, like, skim over the methods or people won't believe me. And I also can't make a 90-minute video because that would be a movie and film is dead. And damn it, I'm almost out of time. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh, I'm freaking out right now. I don't have a plan. This is a stupid idea. This is...
Wow, he have a top 50 and he only entered the single digits. That's not bizarre.
Stupid idea. I'm so screwed. I can taste the Tide Pods already. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. What if we make a thing out of this? Like a mini series, like the quest to find the richest video game character of all time, or some stupid crap like that. That could work, right? Like just pretend it was my plan all along, and then I'm not like a haphazard mess of a person running at the end of my rope all the time.
Yeah, there's a plan all along, yes. I definitely planned this all along. Definitely.
Alright. Okay, turn the mic back on. What? What do you mean it's still rolling? This whole time? Okay, well, we'll edit it out later. Okay, we're just about done with today's first episode of a totally pre-planned multi-part series.
A totally pre-planned multi-part series. Totally pre-planned. Totally.
Just give you a small taste of what's to come. We've got millionaire 10-year-olds, billionaires who don't shower, and I swear to God, true blue mathematical trillionaires. Oh, and we've got Vladimir Putins. And maybe I'll debunk MatPat a few dozen more times. So, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it when I run out of other ideas for videos and have to circle back to this. Oh, and I'm also gonna be releasing my math for these episodes specifically on my Discord server, so you can pick me apart in real time and maybe come up with the stuff I missed. So, if you want to help me tackle this project, in particular King K. Rool and Donkey Kong, because I have no idea how to value a banana-backed currency, hop on over to my Discord, discord.gg/thescience. And that's all for now. Go earn those potatoes. Sincerely, Austin.
Sincerely, that's so nice. Always give it a sincerely. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you.
It seemed inevitable that I'd forget somebody super obvious and everyone would It seemed inevitable that I would forget somebody super obvious and then everyone would unsubscribe. It seemed inevitable that I'd forget somebody super obvious and then everyone would unsubscribe. Why is that so hard to say? It seemed inevitable that I'd forget somebody super obvious and then everyone would It seemed inevitable that I'd forget somebody super obvious and then everyone would unsubscribe.
Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. This video is surprisingly very funny and enjoyable to watch. Thank you so much. And yeah, if you do like this video, please consider to watch more of their videos from the YouTube channel, The Game Theorists. Thank you. I really appreciate it. If you do like my videos, please consider to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have anything to share with us. Do remember to follow our channel as well. Thank you so much. So yes, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have anything to share with us. Do remember to subscribe as well. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Yes, I know this is the first time I think that the songs have a multi-part series, so awesome. And also multi-part series again. Come on. Let's go. And also, I know that this is the science of it's not the game theory, so let's do it one more time. And I'll see you next time. But hey, that's just one more time. Take two. Go. But hey, one more time. Take three. And go. And I'll see you next time. But hey, that's just a sign. The signs of. Thanks for watching. And cut. Thank you.